Greetings and salutations, my friends. This is JB, better known as the Militant Negro, and I want to welcome everybody into the Militant Negro YouTube channel. And this video is going to be about the 2016 presidential election. It is the last video I'm going to make concerning this election that will be here this Tuesday, November the 8th. There are several issues I want to hit on. I'm going to start with Dr. Jill Stein and Ajamu Baraka, the vice president and presidential candidates for Green Party US. Stein Baraka are running as president, vice president of the Green Party. Not many people in America know this because the American press and the American elites and the people who run the two-party system, which are Democrats and Republicans, do not want American voters to recognize and know that there is an alternative to Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. That alternative is Dr. Jill Stein and her vice presidential running mate, Ajamu Baraka. I am telling you this because you may not know it. You may not have ever heard of Dr. Jill Stein. You may not know Ajamu Baraka from Joe down the street because they have been blacked out in the media. They have not been invited to participate in any debates, any town halls, any open forums, because the GOP and the Democrats don't want you to know who Stein Baraka is. That is the purpose of this video. Hillary Clinton is a criminal. She's a racist. She's married to a rapist. She and her husband helped push through the mass incarceration crime bill that has lined the pockets of the prison industrial complex with billions of dollars. Donald Trump is a sexual predator, a sexual abuser, a person who assaults women by touching their genitals against their will. He has admitted this. There are a number of women who have come forward to say Donald Trump grabbed me, Donald Trump groped me, Donald Trump assaulted me. Yet and still, there are voters in America who are dead set on electing both of these idiots into the White House, while ignoring Dr. Jill Stein and Ajamu Baraka simply because they are in the Green Party. Only in America can you not be given the opportunity to run for office of president simply because you don't want to buy into a two-party system. This is supposed to be a civilized nation. This is supposed to be a nation of intelligent people. That's a lie. The United Slave States of Americlan is not civilized because they allow law enforcement officers to execute people of color simply because their skin is dark or brown or beige or tan. Anything but white. That's not civilized. This is not a civilized nation because we allow our veterans who fight for our freedoms to come home and starve, be homeless, commit suicide at record levels. That is not civilized. We have people on food stamp support, which is called SNAP, and we cut their benefits because we could. We have a zillion people on Social Security who are worried right now that Social Security will run out of money. They're being told that, for whatever political reason, is sufficient. That is a lie. We have homeless people, starving people, people who can't afford health care, right here in the good old United States of America, one of the richest nations on the planet. That's not civilized. Stein, Baraka are the only choices a sane, critical thinking, logical, common sense human being who votes in America should be making. No other person should be considered. No other candidate should enter your mind. Stein, Baraka, that is who you should be voting for November 8th. Nobody else. It's ridiculous to think that Trump or Hillary Clinton are going to be concerned with you. Stein, Baraka cares about you. Clinton and Trump, they don't give a damn about you. They're billionaires. They don't care what your issues are. They don't care that you can't pay your mortgage. They don't care that you run out of food on the 20th of every month. Stein, Baraka cares about the environment, about climate control. Stein, Baraka stood shoulder to shoulder with the Standing Rock Sioux and the water protectors to stop North Dakota Access Pipeline. I didn't see Trump there. I didn't see Hillary there. I didn't see Bill out there in the mud, standing on the banks of the river. I didn't see any of those people. I saw Stein, Baraka there with my own eyes. Now, what does that tell you? It's not possible to ignore a section of the population you want to be president of. You are president of the entire United States of America, not just a section you like or agree with. Stein, Baraka. Brand that in your head. Stein, Baraka. Green Party US. I voted for those two people, Stein, Baraka, on September 26th. I voted for them because I believe in them. Of course, they won't win. And they won't win because all the idiots in America who are belly aching and bitching and moaning about not having a choice, having to choose between Hillary and Trump, are too stupid to know there is a choice. And I say stupid because you ought to know who's out there running for office before you vote. You ought to know the backgrounds and the platforms, the thoughts, ideas, and opinions of any candidate you're going to vote for. From a local office, from a state office to a national office. You ought to be informed. It is on your head to know what's going on. Get your head out the sand, withdraw your head from up your ass, and find out what's going on around you. Find out what these candidates represent. Find out who these candidates get their money from. Congress and the Senate are full of idiots who are puppets dancing on puppet strings for big corporations, big pharma, the NRA, gun manufacturers, warmongers. All these people we voted into office are nothing but profiteers for the wealthy elites. Ever wonder why a person will spend millions of dollars on a campaign to get elected to an office that only pays $170,000 plus per year? Why does a presidential candidate spend almost billions of dollars to get elected to office that pays $200,000 and some thousand a year? Because they make their money under the table illegally. Senators and congressmen make buku billions under the table that nobody knows about. Side deals, kickbacks, one hand washes the other deals. You don't put a person in office to make money. That is not the reason you vote for a candidate. You put a candidate in office to do what you need done in your constituents' districts, states, hometowns, cities, neighborhoods. Your elected officials are supposed to be representing you, the people who vote for them. TPP does not benefit America. No trade deal that has come down the pipe since Clinton and his NAFTA have done anything to benefit Americans. These pipelines that people are putting through our countryside, endangering our water supply, tearing apart sacred burial grounds, these pipelines don't give jobs to Americans. They don't lower the price of gasoline. They benefit billion-dollar oil companies. It helps these companies to line their pockets. If you don't stand with the Standing Rock Sioux Nation and the water protectors that are down there fighting for their very existence, then you have an issue of being aware and informed. And you turn out to be just plain stupid. If they were going to put an oil pipeline through your neighborhood, would you allow that? Would you be out there protesting just like the water protectors? And all those tribes that have joined the Standing Rock Sioux, would you be out there shoulder to shoulder saying, hey, we don't want that here in our neighborhood? Well, that's what's happening in North Dakota to the Standing Rock Sioux and those neighboring tribes. They are desecrating their tribal land. Stein and Baraka were out there fighting for them. This is an example of what a presidential candidate and a president should be doing. They should be concerned with people, the things that affect people. Stein and Baraka do not look at voters as voters. They look at voters as human beings with a voice. Hillary Clinton doesn't care about people. She is responsible for millions of deaths through her campaign as Secretary of State. She starts wars, kills people, sits back and laughs about it. This email scandal is bullshit. What she should be investigated for is corruption, nasty evil doings, killings, starting wars, breaking international law. Who gives a shit about email? Donald Trump? He touches women who don't want him touching them. If I did that, I'd be in prison. Donald Trump is a sexual predator, just like Bill Clinton was a sexual predator, and you elected Bill anyway. Well, the things about Bill didn't come out till after he was elected. But we know what Donald Trump is. If you are a female and you vote for Donald Trump, you are mentally insane. What you're telling Donald Trump is it's okay to molest and touch and assault and abuse women because we are nothing but sexual objects. That's all we are. We're tits and a pussy and an ass. That's what we are. That's what you're saying if you vote for Donald Trump. These two people, Trump and Hillary, are they're the lesser evils. But that's really wrong. They're the greater evils. They're both evil. They both are unfit to be president of the United States. Hell, they're unfit to be dog catchers. There's only one choice here. One choice for president, and that is Stein and her running mate, Amaju Baraka. Those are the only choices that there are. You vote for anybody else other than Stein Baraka, you are opening yourself and your country up to disaster. The world does not respect Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. Take my word for it, people. You make a mistake if you don't go into those booths on November 8th and vote Stein Baraka, Green Party U.S. And if they're not on the ballot in your state, write their names in. Jill Stein and Amaju Baraka have fought like the devil to get on ballots in all 50 states. They have fought like the devil to get recognized, to get airtime. They don't have the billions of dollars that Trump and Hillary Clinton have. So they're out there with bare bottom nuts and bolts campaigns, boots on the ground, grassroots, They're trying to get their message out there to you. I am going to put a link to a video that I just watched where Dr. Jill Stein breaks it down to you why Trump and Hillary Clinton should not be in the White House. She makes the point that these people have a new scandal come out daily. And that is the truth. Nobody's talking about the issues. Nobody's talking about what these people's platform is or what they're going to do for the economy or jobs or the environment or rebuilding infrastructure. That's not what people are talking about when it comes to Trump and Clinton. They're talking about scandals. That's not how you choose a presidential candidate, which one has the less scandal going on. Who has the least amount of skeletons in their closet. That's not how you choose a candidate to be president. And it's certainly not how you vote for a presidential person. We have to wake up, use our common sense, use our brains, and start thinking for ourselves. The media is controlled by white guys, billionaires. They have an agenda, people. They want to put in the White House someone they can control, manipulate, have dancing on those puppet strings for their agenda. They do not give a damn about you, your Social Security, your Medicaid, your Medicare, your health care coverage, how you pay your bills, whether you got a job or not, whether the street in front of your house is crumbling. They don't care about that shit. So why would you give your vote to them? I'm going to say it again. I don't live in the States anymore. I moved because I know Clinton or Trump are going to be president. And one is as bad as the other. Both are the same sides of the same damn coin. They're not even different sides. Both of them are on the same sides of both sides of that coin. They're alike. They're identical. They work for the man. They don't care about you and me and the little guy, the average Joe. They don't care. Clinton and Trump are billionaires. Billionaires with a B. So why would a billionaire give a damn what your situation is in life? I'm going to say it again, and I hope you're listening. Stein Baraka. That's who you need to vote for. You need to think about it before you vote. You need to come up with a reason, besides Hillary being a woman and Trump being a racist, that you are voting for those two people. Have a good night. Have a good November. Vote November 8th, people. Stein Baraka.